Hey folks, I've been playing LeGere Reeds for many years, ever since they first came out. And they recently came out with a new model called the French Cut. So I'm going to go ahead and review that today along with other reeds. We're going to do a quick comparison test and you can see which ones you like the best, and I'll give you my reactions on them as well. Today's contestants are the LeGere French Cut reed, the Vandoren Java cane reed 2.5, the LeGere Classic 2.5, the LeGere American Cut 2.5, and the Ambipoly by Silverstein 2.5. All right, play test for the Vandoren 2.5 green Java. With all the many cane reeds that I have used in my life, I really like this one a lot. The Vandoren Green Java gives me just the right amount of response, volume level, it's easy to play. I just like it. Okay, now we're going for the LeGere French Cut 2.5. All right, so here's my reaction and my first initial feelings about the LeGere French Cut reed. I'm not sure why they even bothered to make this reed, because this reed is not going to appeal to a classical musician. It does not have a cane sound at all. Now, if they're just trying to make an option for people that don't like their other brands, then yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, is it a warmer tone? I'm not sure. Now we're going to try the LeGere Classic Cut 2.5. This is the brand that they started with back in the 90s, and it's still being made today. If I were in a saxophone quartet and I felt like I wanted an option to a cane reed, this would probably be the one that I go for. And because it's a little bit closer to the feel and the response and the sound of a cane reed. The French one, not so much. Now we're going to try the LeGere American Cut 2.5. This model has a little bit of resistance like the Classic Cut reed, and it has a good ability to go from loud to soft. And the main difference to me is that this one, when you get a little louder, it gets a little bit brighter sounding. And there is a little similarity between this and the French Cut in that they both need just a little bit more effort for the attack to get the reed to vibrate when compared to the Classic. Just to mention our absent friends, the LeGere Signature and the LeGere Studio Cut are both softer reeds than these three models are. So they're going to have an easy attack. They're easy to blow at a quiet level, good crescendos, but they don't have that barky to them. They're both softer reeds. The next reed up is the Ambipoly from Silverstein. It's a 2.5. Now, Silverstein makes their reeds in two different kinds. There's either the jazz or the regular, I guess they call it. And this is the one that they have the word jazz on it. I like using this reed for my rock and roll gigs because it gives me more sparkle, more irritating buzz when I play loud. There are a couple of drawbacks though with this particular model. It tends to be a little bit flat. I know there's a little more resistance right in the heart, in the middle, which is great when I'm going for the altissimo, but overall it tends to be a little pitchy, so it's a little harder to learn where the correct pitch is. When I try to compare where does this fall in line with the LeGere reeds that I just tried, I would say it's pretty close to the French Cut, because you do have to give it a little more push just to get the reed to vibrate in the first place. Okay, so final thoughts. All four of these synthetic reeds played in kind of a similar way in terms of the amount of airflow, the effort, the articulation. The tone quality is not the same with all four, but the way that they feel when you're playing them are actually pretty similar. Okay, this one stands out as being a little different. It's definitely easier to blow. So of the 5 reeds, I'm going to say that this is going to be the lightest or the easiest to work with. And then the next easiest is, well, honestly, it's probably the classic LeGere. And then right close next to it is going to be the American Cut and the French Cut, maybe slightly firmer. These are actually very close, to each other. And then the firmest of the bunch was this one, but not by much. Honestly, the difference from here to here is like 0.1. Okay, so if this is a 2.5, this is like a 2.6. They're very similar. I hope you enjoyed today's reed test, and I'll see you next time.